Yeah, I'm switching up. I had to switch from Bros to Starbucks because there's no outdoor seating at Bros.
Oh,
That's a downside. Irked me a little bit. But no, I'm just situated here, so my stuff going. So, hey, one I wanted to talk about when when I said it in the voice last time, and you were just like yes, and we saw the same thing, and then I don't think either one of us traded it, but that's fine because there'll be other opportunities. The Stitch Fix, S Fix. So
yeah,
when
yeah, I
what
felt
is
good.
it you saw? What is it you saw in S Fix that made you say, yeah, that
It just felt over the overreaction from ER again. Like it just felt like
yeah,
it got
yeah,
too low, and then we bounced right off of the psychological level. It didn't
yeah,
do
exactly.
as much as I thought when it failed. It fell pre-market high pretty hard, but um, it would have been safer for me than Docu. I guess that's kind of why I was saying it too, because that was my two choices to play, and I played Docu
Yeah,
instead. I played
yeah.
Docu instead, and this probably would have been this would have been more profitable for me probably, to be honest. I mean, it had 40 cent. I could have got two 40 cent moves out of it, 40 cent moves out of it easy, um, and I did not do
Yeah,
that.
well, I I think what kind of disrupted the docu setup is just the
Market.
that violent reaction to the CPE. It just sort of pulled everything back just based on that. But yeah, so really kind of interesting flow on Friday, just based on all the selling. I kind of think that we get a little bit of carryover, like spill over into the selling. So, one thing about the hot list is we definitely could pull back a bit more on a lot of stuff. But because we target a bunch of different sectors, I think that we're going to find some stuff that'll move early in the week too. So, okay.
It's kind of the point
So I wanted,
of what we trade is that it will stay in the range we trust. So you kind of play it till it gets to the top of the range and then it pulls back. That's what I mean. You want pullback because if it hits a level you
yeah,
trust, if it hits a level you trust, it's going to be easier to trade than making new highs or trying to break through a new level of resistance. So for me, pullback
yeah,
is
exactly.
better than continuation in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, like trying to enter during continuation is there's some indecision there, and that usually makes for bad trades. So I'm going to start with next.
Like NEXT.
Yep,
I'm putting these on the
this
new
is
one.
a liquid natural gas stock.
Let me go the old way. Whoa.
So we've got it, kind of in this little, I don't know what you call it from a TA perspective, this little like a bull flag or box or whatever. But in terms of flow, heavy buyers on 7C for July, and the like six puts are kind of the floor, but I mean, it could maybe fall to 550. I don't know. It's gonna obviously like it's gonna depend a little on natural gas prices, but there were a lot of buyers on this Friday, so that's what put it on my radar.
This isn't that old. Couple years. And this is kind of like the high water mark. Well, I guess the 7-8, but I got a 5-6 box. I like that. It came up immediately. If you go off volume profile, especially more longer term, it is more like 530. Um, so that fits your 550, but I like it. Um, you said sevens. Sevens are good, especially if we
Yeah,
get any
yeah,
kind. If you get anywhere in the mid five, sevens are good. So I like that.
yeah. They're mid July 7C what I got on it.
And this is gas, you said?
Yeah, liquefied natural gas.
Oh, liquid. Is that more? Is that
It's
more than?
um no, I don't think so.
Okay.
It's yeah, like the company's not even that old, like you said, 2010. But yeah, so they're going to kind of go with the sector, but
I like
could
it.
give you a little extra.
So
Kind
you
of what I
just you
look
just
for.
have a lot on sevens, no puts.
Yeah, no, I don't have any ask side puts at all,
Okay.
really, to
Okay.
speak of. No orders over 1,000, which is basically like nothing. So
I
next one I have is another energy play, and it's one that was kind of I kept seeing, but I just missed out on it, and I think finally is giving us the right setup to enter. Uh, BTNR. Now this could, if oil pulls back more, could pull back to 15. But what I'm seeing is a test of a test of
BTNR.
yeah
Oh,
VTNR.
V. Sorry, sorry.
It's
Oh, I think I remember this one.
yeah. So this I noticed it back when it was like 875 or something, and I just kind of was in other stuff and ignored it for a while, and then it just went crazy, and I've just been waiting. Did get a pullback to went from like 16 back to like 1430, but the flow wasn't quite right. But now what I'm seeing is flow to 20, which tells me that if it breaks retest 18, it could just shoot right to 20, and it kind of has the muscle behind it to do that. So that's what I'm seeing there.
Yeah, I like that. Like the level you mentioned, that 1430. I got 1422, just because that's where the lazy TA, right? Um,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, it's one of them that has the professor look. Like this looks like like Dino to me. Yeah, it could continue, but man, is it already gone?
Yeah, I know.
If you were gonna grab like a secure level, it would be that 14.2, 14 in mid. So I guess confirmation off 15 would be like the best you're gonna get here, um, which is fine if you have 20. I like that, but
Yeah.
it's that typical setup for me that you do find that will end up being, what are we at, 16? So it'll end up being $28 in 2 months, and I'll be like, why didn't I play that?
Yeah.
But um, but it has that it just feels like that to me. So um, yeah, that's what I got. Use 20. Can I get a date for that?
Yeah. So it's July. I think
Jeez,
7/15. I think.
15.
Yeah, 7/15.
Jesus, that's a move. That's
Yeah.
still a $4. I gotta start playing these with just like 100 shares, and then doubling down if it hits 14, buying another 100.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I
Yeah.
gotta
That's and
play
that's
it.
that's the thing. It can do that, but if oil's hot this week, it's just not going to. It's just gonna just go.
Yeah, but if I
And
get the
yeah.
18 or 20 test, that's still a decent run from 16 on 100 shares. You know, it's 400 bucks, um,
Yeah.
which is worth it. It's a little out of my ratio, but if I keep the size small, I mean, you're talking, even here, you're talking 1,600 bucks. Um, that's it takes a lot to lose my daily on that. and I
Yeah.
and I don't see that happening with like, again, what you're investing in. Um, just safer and uptrends right now. I like
Yep.
it. I like it, Pete. I think I remember this from before, but
Yeah, it was kind of like it almost made the cut for me, and I did Dino and SD instead, which were fine, which were great in and of themselves, but you know, just another one. Um, all right, so HL, this is
mining.
a silver and gold uh, production company. They also do lead and zinc. Um, they're kind of a middleman for metals, and really, uh, there was an attempt to push this down to 4 again. That really failed hard for the whales. So they flipped bullish on it with a lot of gold stuff. So I have 5C for June, and I have let's see what else I got.
What's that on this one? Let me see. Woo, Jesus. Let me go look at the 3-year real quick. We're on the 3-year. Jesus.
Yeah, there it is. So I got 7C for September, and some leaps beyond that. So basically, this is kind of what gold does. They buy themselves some time and they go way out of the money, and then it hits it.
One line chart for me. I like this a lot actually, just because of the price. But 524 would be where I have it. Pretty good stack on the volume profile 3, and historically, when you get above that level, you get $1.50 or $3 out of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8 times in the last 2 years. I'll take
Yeah.
it. I'll take. I like quarterly plays. You know, I like quarterly plays.
Right.
It's easier to keep up with. Just set an alert when it's this thing's below 5. Start watching it.
Yeah, and this and again, what the room sees me introducing here gives you a sense of the market environment that we're in, because the last time I was all oil and metals, it was like November, December, um, and we kind of saw what happened there. So I'm not saying that the whole market's just going to crash or whatever, but I'm saying that this is where whales are kind of concentrating the clearest flow is in stuff like this. So so that's why I like these. All right, so
What was
next up,
your 7 was July again? I'm sorry.
7 is September.
And then what was the 5? July. That was the July.
Uh, yeah, June and July. Yeah.
June, July. Thank you.
Yep. All right, so
I like that
next up is skin.
one. Skin.
Skin. Yep.
Oh,
And this is beaten down. Uh, they are
cheating.
beauty supplies, but I think they're like sort of like a health focused beauty supplies or something. Hydroderm abrasion systems and aesthetic products. So I don't know, like facial scrubs or something. But anyway,
This is something you use, right?
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So we've got we have a typical kind of chart pattern here of this just destroyed on its last earnings, rebounded, back back to hell,
Yeah.
and then has buyers here. So I am looking for 12 to hold. It probably won't, but like 1150 is sort of what because 12p is the number, right? But that doesn't mean that that's the floor. I think you could see some below that, but drop to like 1150, move to 13, 14, and kind of retest maybe of that 1450 level is what I'm seeing. And all of this is June, July. More volume in July than June. So like July 15th.
Do you have any 1819 action?
Let me check the leaps on it. So I've got 20C January 2023.
Okay, and I got 11. I mean, the floor is probably a little higher than that. I'm with you on that, but that's just like perfect dip buy, right? and
Yeah.
1373 auto RTL box, which is kind of rotating around, which at 14 level, you just took the last pop off of that. Um, so I like playing it there. If the leaps come in, 18's volume profile on the 1 year and the shelf is huge, 1854. So if that comes in,
Nice. Yeah.
um, this is good at 10, 11, 12, 100%. So yeah, I like the setup, but I think you could also be stuck in this 11 to 14 box, which you're in
You
the
could,
middle of
which
right
on the
now.
monthly option side is fine because that's like a 30% trade or more.
Yeah,
Um,
oh, 100%.
yeah, it's a little tight on the share side. I agree.
Yeah, it's a good place to add if those leaps come in, though. It's a great place to add. This is like this, well, the company's way different, but the chart aspect is like that, and it's really underrated play in the room right now. So that's why I'm gonna mention it, so we can mention it when we mention it again. Is that CENX? Is that it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the
yep.
same thing here. Like if this channel's here, these are safe ads with a move to 20, which is, I mean, if you get 11s, that's damn near 80%. So that's why I'm curious about the flow to that 18, 19 level because this is a great place to add, especially if support builds.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's just one what you're kind of
Yeah, look at
looking at is that it had this ridiculous drop, went to like $10, and you're just probably not going to see that again. I mean, that's kind of where this chart is, and that's what the flow says. Um, yeah, so I like that. I like that setup. Might take a little time to get going, but I think we'll end up being pretty good.
So you have
All right,
12. You have 1250 puts. That's what you're seeing.
12 puts. Yeah,
12
sold
puts.
puts as well. Yeah.
Okay, that's that. And they're, I guess, does the time matter on those? Like a date?
I mean, yeah, it does. Like, so they're in July 15th.
Can you run me
So,
by what would be the difference between like next week July or farther out? Like what's
well,
the?
I think what they would want is you very well could get if like the Fed stuff is bad this week. I don't think they want to get caught in a dip on that.
Okay.
But they just want more time. Like they're banking that any further decline is going to be very short, and they'll just stay in the position or add to it.
Okay. 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 So it is that is definitely an insurance play.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Well, because a lot of people see sold puts in the flow and they think buy puts, and that's not always the case, correct? I mean, they all mean different things.
Oh yeah. Well, sold puts are bullish. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
sell someone a put, but it's also not as bullish as an out of the money call because if it stays flat, you still win. So like,
Oh, okay.
especially if it's like out of the money. So like when you sell a put, the price could just be range bound, and that premium is going to dry up for whoever bought that, and so you end up, that you're good on that end too. So that's why like the sold puts are kind of like this is where the bleeding is going to stop, but it's not necessarily where it's going to reverse. That's where you look for the buyers to come in.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So I can't remember if we have this on if we put this back on the list or not. So I'm just gonna mention it. Mullen.
I'm not sure. Do you want it on there?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure if it is. I can take a peek real quick. Hold on. No, it's not. We did talk about it though. I'm
Yeah.
100% we talked about it.
Right. So it's it kind of woke up from that dollar level, and then is pulled back a bit. But I'm just seeing 150 on it all over the place, and at every expiration, and then twos a little later. So, um, kind of thinking it's going to have potentially a pretty good week.
We got that. No, I thought we had an ER. I'm pretty sure we had ER coming. Um, it's not looking like it on here. There's something this week. Where did I see that at? Maybe they just have a new. They got news this week.
Mm.
Um, there's something. I'll dig into it and post it. I will dig into it tonight. But yeah, I like it. The dollar level's decent. 90 cents is probably the best you'll get. It, there's been a lot of selling. I still kind of look at it every day just to see what the if the shorts are going to come back in on it hard, because that's when you will get a dip buy. But
Yeah, yeah.
um, but it seems like it's going to maintain the dollar or the 90 level, and your guess is as good as mine is when it's going to take off. Um,
Whales are guessing too, to be honest. I mean, the fact that because because I say that because they just when they kind of like go over all the expirations, and there's no expiration date that stands out. It's kind of like the shotgun method. You know, they're just sort of just pouring into it and waiting to get that big hit on it, and when it comes, makes up for any losses they have. That's kind of how I think they're doing it.
sure.
Um,
The for me still, like, I would just, even on the share side, just like the two is probably where you're going to play. I mean, it'll probably go 220, 230, 240 at the most, but if the volume doesn't pour in after that, this thing is coming back. You know, it'll stay in the dollars. It's just
yeah,
there's a lot of people holding on above that still, um, and they'll take half their money back at two. So, and it's just a
uh,
big psych level.
what's like the real world outlook for this company in terms of production and all that?
What I've read, and that's why I want to go see exactly the news is, because it might be part of that. But what I've read is they're even going to like their facility's so damn big, they're going to outsource it and like build for other people also.
Oh wow, okay,
So like, even if their car does, like, they just might turn into a battery manufacturer, um, which would be from our side, it'd be great, because then you'd get a lot of, is Ford gonna buy these guys or is GM gonna buy these guys, and it would pump the shit out of the stock
yeah, yeah,
market on just some
right, right,
bullshit news. So,
yeah,
um, especially if they become profitable. So I mean the outlook is good in the long run, but I mean we're talking 25, 26 at best before we see some real production. I think. I mean, to be honest, it's an empty building.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, that's. I mean, if you want to get down to the nuts and bolts of it, it's a big building, but it's empty. Um, so yeah, we'll
right,
see. We'll see. We'll see.
yeah, yeah,
I like the. I don't like the company, but I like how they line up, on the chart and with the PR side. That's all it is. So
yeah.
they're not the next Tesla.
No, they have a little bit of a like a retail following,
Yeah, yeah,
but
that makes it great.
yeah,
That's what makes it
yeah,
great is people. There's eyes on it, so you're gonna get some hope. People with hopium, and there's gonna be liquidity around news. Um,
yeah,
Nothing's worse than a stock getting really good news, and like people have a bad taste. Like let's say Clove right now. Clove gets great news. Like, it's not gonna 100%. Some people just won't trade it. They just won't.
yeah, yeah,
And Mullins not that. There's still like a lot of, hey, this is a great stock. That dog stock too is like that. I think it's ZOM, the Carol Baskin
yep,
one. Like, there's
yeah,
just some people that'll never trade that again, and it's like 20 cents right now.
right, right.
Um,
Now this next one, we talk about this one a lot. We've never actually hot listed it, but it has the flow set up for me to finally do that. Is Saba?
oh, yeah, no, I like that. I almost put it in my notes, but it kind of felt middled, where we were at.
Yeah, no, it right. So the like when I like the flow was A+, and then I looked at the chart and I'm like, well, I guess this could kind of dip back, but but there's no real inclination that the whales
It's a good time for
are
this.
gonna do that. They're the puts on it are kind of close to the money, whereas the calls are getting pretty far out of the money. Like I've got 35C for 617, really heavy volume on 30C. A lot of them piling into like 28. So I see this making a bump, making a move back to 35 is kind of my take on it.
I love
And
this. I love this stock. Like I've traded it a lot. But I'm more of a, because it's so liquid, I'm more of a dip buyer in it. Um,
yeah,
like if you get caught on the wrong side of a day trade in this thing, it's it could be $3 or $4 either way. Um, but we are kind of in an uptrend. I love the 30 level that you're talking. The range is endless on this OP. This thing goes 50, 45, 50 real quick.
yeah, that was my take on it as well. And it's one of those that it's probably been in the collab DM as much as anything since
Sure,
we've been doing this.
sure,
So
sure.
yeah,
You don't have a floor on your side though, huh?
40
For
or
floor?
for I'm sorry, for Sava.
Yeah, you have a floor on that side.
Oh, floor. I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought you said four.
Yeah, no, no.
No, I don't. Like it's that's the thing. Like it's mostly calls. So sold puts at 28, but that was in the contracts that just expired. So I'm going to kind of need to see how the flow opens this week, and I might get some clarity on that.
So, hey, why are the monthlies 250 and the weeklies are $1?
Um,
That's a good question.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just
It's weird.
it comes down to the math with the Greeks. It gets kind of complicated. But yeah, I'm not. That's a pretty big difference. Not sure.
Would you play weeklies or monthlies on this?
Weeklies.
Okay.
Yeah, because when it goes pretty fast.
Yes, I'm sure it does. Just
Yeah,
like the chart, the shares do too. That's why I like it.
yeah,
But no, this is a good one. This is a good one. Stay small in it. Trade the. I mean, we're in an uptrend, so let's go look at a day chart real quick. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, just play RTL on this thing.
yeah, yeah.
It'll let you know. Hey, even that you could take. That's yeah, even that's $50. I like it. All right. Anything else new?
Yeah. I got three more. All right. One is something I've been in before. Frey. We
Yeah,
were
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about batteries,
Yep.
and this is basically like just rinse and repeat what happened last time. Um, Another one that I don't think is going to quite test the ER lows. Very well could dip to 7, but has flow back to 8 and 9 in July.
I have it at 850 on here. We found last time, whenever that was. Still a great line. Kind of caught under
And
the last move, but you can play it back there 100%.
yeah, and I mean, really, if this is going to go to like back to like 12 or so, if once the market kind of turns around and it actually catches an uptrend, but we're just playing it back to back to our level, and then we'll kind of see what happens from there. See if buyers want to step in.
Even 8 is a good trade from here. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
but yeah, that's the area that's key. That 850. You get a little pop. I guess you got to get through 9, but I just like having this area instead of calling it like 9 or even 875 here, whatever this may be. I like having this 850 level because when you do get above it, it's just a good place to put a stop because if that come back and fails, you're usually in trouble. So that's why I usually play the lines that way. Um,
yeah.
Great rinse and repeater there here though. I like it.
Now, my next one uh, has a lot of buyers, but I'm going to need help on the TA side because I just don't know what to do with the chart like this. EVTL, uh, Vertical Aerospace, says a holding company. I guess it's a SPAC. And Vertical takeoff and landing, just just really destroyed down here. But it stands out in the flow, and what I have on it.
What was that again? The
Yeah, so I've got 750C for July and 5C for June and July, and no, not much bearish activity at all. So they probably need news or something, I would guess, but
I have
they might.
740 is your volume profile. This wasn't an SPAC though.
Oh, it wasn't. Oh, okay.
No. But it's recent. December is when this chart started.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 740. Let me go. Let me cut it in half and see what happens. Yeah, I'm 740 is your main level, and then if anything, we have like a 6. It's just catching the psychologicals on the way down. Um, those are hard to play. Matterports like
Yeah.
that. Matterports like that right now too. It just keeps, if it fails one psych, it's just gonna go down to the next one. Usually until about 3, and then at 3, the 50 cents start kicking in. Your 250,
Yeah.
your 250, your 2, your 150. Those will start kicking in. But so I guess I would say 4 is what right now is
Right.
what you're looking for. I mean,
Yeah.
there's really no end to it, and there's not a lot of history. Kind of goes back to what I was. There's some buyers on Friday though. Jesus. Um, no one knows about this stock, right? So there's not eyes on it. So
Right.
it just continues to fail until something happens.
Yeah, it does. But I just the way my filters are set up, it just pops on there, and so if I'm a buyer on it, probably just buy a few leaps, and then I can, I have plenty of time if it does want to dip to 4 to, stay in it and be down $20, whatever. But I think that it's going to get to 7. I think
Well,
so.
that stands out on the chart. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's a good sign from that. I mean, that is some clarity. If you have 7 and I have 7 over here, that's at least a little bit of a flashlight. We may not know the news, we may not know the bottom, and we may not know why, but we know
Right.
where the chart and the whales want it to be. And when those line up, that's usually a good sign that you'll get a majority of that move. Um, but again,
Yeah. Exactly.
if we're trying to time a bottom here, I'm looking real low 4s right now because again, market conditions being new, not a lot of eyes, and the lack of a true catalyst, um, the bottom could continue to fall out of this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a financial analyst, but something tells me that like a vertical takeoff penny stock, might need some risk on conditions in
Yeah.
the market.
Yes. But like this isn't like an SOS or something. If you buy even right here, this should get some news in the next 6 months. You would think.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
get you back to the 550 level at least. Make you feel okay about it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The this next one it's has been a little bit of an obsession of mine on the way down.
Did you say down?
Carvana.
All right.
No, Carvana.
What
All
was
right,
it?
so Carvana just complete epic failure all the way down. Um,
What is
but
it? I don't know that one. What is it? P. What ticker symbol?
CVNA.
CVNA. I was
Yeah.
all off. I tried twice and failed. So ha! Trendline wins.
Yeah.
God, we're good. Look at that. Wow.
So if Carvana's and just get a little bit of a relief bounce, I think it's going to happen pretty soon.
You're breaking up a little, Pete.
So what I'm oh sorry. All right. So what I'm seeing on it is I've got 617, 21, 715, 30C,
30. Yep.
and I've got bullish sold puts at 2250 and 20. So the selling in the option side, or the effort to drive it down, is really drying up at this point. I don't think they see much more downside. So I'm looking for a reversal to 30 next month is my thesis.
Okay, so 30 once again, you're cheating. You have the RTL system, obviously. Is volume profile here. Well, it's 2944, but it's close enough for me. We're on this nasty trend line that we just absolutely nailed. Um, I'm gonna kind of go on a limb here and say treat this like we have been with like lemonade and stuff. Like the sub 20 ads are gonna work. um,
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I think I don't. I'm just not seeing it hold. I have no reason for it to really hold the 20 level. Um, yeah, there's just no reason for it to hold it unless people want to buy. Um, COVID lows is right. We're here, so um, the only way I'd buy like at 22 is if it's there like Thursday, right? Like if it holds.
Yeah, no, we got to get through the Fed calendar. Like, so yeah, if it manages to hold through that, yeah, that'd be great. But no, I agree. And so sub 20, I think that would be good.
I mean, not gonna go far.
And,
You're not getting 15s, I don't think. Um,
right, right.
but you're gonna get the 19s, the 18s, maybe
Yeah,
17s. Real lucky.
yeah. It's just the stock's a disaster, the company's a disaster, all that. But we don't. It's not going to take a lot to get our percentage out of it when it wants to turn around.
They have locations though, so
Oh, they do. Yeah,
they're
they kind of they sort of overextended at the wrong time. I think is
yes,
part of it.
yes. Well, they're just purchasable for other companies because
Yeah.
of their locations. They kind of have a hands off approach, and someone else could buy that and just take over. I mean, that's not proprietary in any regard. It's just a
Yeah. I mean,
way
sure.
of doing business.
Like CarMax or somebody could grab them if they wanted. But
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Well, even like a rental, place like Avis or something, right? They could use that.
Oh yeah, 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 for sure. Yep. So that's what I got for new stuff.
Sweet. All right, let's Oh, I'm gonna do it this way so I don't get all confused. Go to the old list. Did I pass it already? I did. Oh, why is it not? There we go. Sorry. All right. Start at the top here. Alphabetical order. No preferences. A.
So yeah, just really struggled with the market conditions and you know gave up all of its recent uptrends. But I don't see it falling a lot farther. I mean, I guess it could fall to 50, but no, I mean, I'm just going to keep it on there. It's just too good once it gets going. Um, I've got it on the back burner. So nothing immediate on it, but good one to trade in basic materials when things start to turn around.
That's a one line trade for me, and 57's my one line. We're below that, so this is where you would definitely start monitoring. Don't let it get back up without you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I stay small in these ones though. But Airbnb.
Oh, let's see here. All right, I'm gonna take it off. It gave me a little of the move I was looking for last week, but then failed end of the week, and I don't really have any firm opinion on it.
Sweet,
It's
sweet.
kind of just another stock.
Yeah,
We'll see what it does.
AFRM.
I do want to keep this because I think that when you do get the market reversal, this will bounce very hard and have like an 18% day or something. So looking for $18 is kind of what I'm want to get on it, but 19 to be fine too.
Nice. I like anything that has a May low and is about to make a higher low.
Yeah.
So and I haven't really talked much about that today, but that's definitely a theme we should be.
Right. That was the first thing you asked me when I was saying I was kind of bearish on like I said, like next leg down in tech or something like that.
Yeah.
And you're asking about May lows. And I think some will. But for all of them, that's the test, like
Yes.
let's see if we fall to that. And if we don't, it's a great sign of a higher low. So
yeah, and we have that now. We have the test, or we have a low and a rebound already. Like we have that to go off of it, and a lot of these charts we did not have that in going into May. It was just like, all right, where are we going to stop?
Right.
We
right.
don't really have that with too many charts outside of Carvana.
Yeah, more data is a better plan.
Yes,
that's how it is. Yeah.
You like 19 on here though, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I like 19. I would love to buy at 18, but 19 seems like it's what's gonna hold.
I have a 22 to 25 channel still after the fallout. AMRS.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep it same.
Yep.
Same thesis as before. This is actually a pretty good spot around 2. If you get like 190, that's when I go pretty large at around there.
Yeah. If this holds 2, it's a kind of a higher low here, kind of same spot. Just needs to just get over 250 and start holding, in my opinion.
Yep.
BlackRock Coffee.
Let's let me check the flow on this.
I'm gonna check the financials on this real quick.
Yeah.
Because I don't know them off that. Yeah, no, we're good here. I think we're great here.
Yeah, I mean the flow's bullish on it. It doesn't have as much buzz as it did during that run, obviously, but definitely a lot safer down here than when it was $15.
You want to know what I think on like that? Like, there's people that were so confident in this company, right? That want to support it, that are just believers in what they're doing. Like, they just wanted shares, like rich fucks, like just think old Republicans.
Yeah.
Like, they just wanted shares. They don't care. They're going to sit on them for 20 years, right?
Right.
So they don't care what price they got them at as long as they take them from you. And they all got their fill, right? And now we're just in the aftermath of it. And there's not, I mean, that's where the liquidity was coming from, is because they wanted the shares. So where we go in the short term, I don't know, but in the long term, I'm a side with those guys with money that paid a premium to get them early. That's I'm not going to.
No, I agree. And I mean a retest of 10 is pretty obvious in the flow to me, and then break through that. We'll see if we can get going.
And I think we did that, and the market kind of did what it did, and it again just you need to learn what the stock's personality is. Does it follow the market, or does it do its own thing? And sadly, this will follow the market, it seems.
Yeah.
But still, night is young here. Keep it. We soon enough.
Yeah. No, I want to keep it. Just we'll kind of know what it is and trade off that.
Do we cut Bros because you're not there?
Or?
No, just playing. Bros is next.
No, let's let's go. I mean, it's it bounces back hard, so we're not going down to those lows. I don't have a clear read on a floor from here. A little too much chaos on Friday for that, but yeah. So I'm going to be looking for some levels to stand out to me. But yeah, I like Rose.
I like the 34 is huge. If it comes off of that, that's real strong to 40. Like, because that's where it fell into ER, like the 1 day NER. Um, but
Yeah,
but it's my 70-90 rule. Like, and it's probably 60-90 in this case. I'm giving that like a 60% chance to hold. I think we still will get a dip, but that 30%, the $30 level is holding like 90%. That 30 level
yes,
is that 30 level is real strong. So that's kind of where I'm at with it right now. Um, if it shows strength, I'm fine with playing it. You know, especially if you get under 35, back to 40. If not, 30 is a great place to add.
yep, I agree. You're not getting 22 again on this one.
No. Um,
Uh,
you don't have a choice, even though this one's yours. But BuzzFeed, I just
oh yeah,
it's a good one, P.
yeah. No, it is. And it's just I'm not sure why. I was out of town. I didn't really get to see
It just kind of followed the
what news they
market.
had.
It just kind of followed the
Um,
market. Oh, the first drop, I don't know why. I couldn't find out why.
yeah.
It's just holding
So
two really well.
yeah, let's see this two. Let's see this two hold. And there's flow to 3. There's flow to 4. So
Let me write that down.
let's go.
Two.
But yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm really interested to see it around $2. Let's see what it does.
I like it. Can.
Yeah, I still like China and this one in particular. So what I have in the flow, I still have $4 as a big level, and do have some leaps to 5. And it is attached to crypto, so kind of keep that in mind. But it doesn't really fall with crypto much lately. You know, it just sort of kind of does its own thing. There actually leaps to 10 in January on it. So
This has been. I killed this TA on this stock, and I think I traded it one damn time. Um, we have 280 and 360, and it's given the trade off 360 4 out of the last 9 days.
wow.
Five out of the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can go 5 out of the last 9. Jesus. Yeah. So I like it. I need to play it more. Focus, John. That's a focus. It's a focus play. CDE. I'm assuming yes. Mining.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Love that. To get back to 5.
It's trying to regain this trend line. I still have the 450, 490 channel that we started with. That was brilliant until it fell the ER dip, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
And you said 5.
Yep. Yeah, I got 5 in the September.
I like it a little slower. Cinex, earlier mentioned.
Um, yes. Yeah. I mean, it's holding up pretty well. Did fall out of our channel a bit, maybe, but still, the long term uptrend on this is going to be very good. So I'm keeping it.
Yeah, this is. I mean, next week is probably where you want to add if you haven't
Yeah.
started yet.
Yeah.
It's not going to stay down here for long. I looked at this big. Yeah, this ain't staying down here for long. Um, every bit of like 14 to 16, this should get back to
Yeah.
in a decent market. Not even with news, just let the market breathe. Um, I don't know much about aluminum, so it's aluminum, right? It is aluminum.
Yeah, it is. And in terms of the aluminum prices, yeah, they're down to 228. I've mentioned before that once aluminum gets to 240 to 250, that's when you'll see a real strong uptrend on these on AA and this one.
Where is aluminum in relation to what it used to be when things were normal? Is it high right now or?
It's pricing.
Yeah.
So yeah, so like when I first started hitting AA, and when I first brought it to your attention and you noticed it and all that, aluminum was around $213,
Okay.
and um, and then it spiked all the way to 320 at its peak in March, and has kind of um, dipped back from that, but has been kind of holding here, and so basically it's not quite as low as it was the last time aluminum had that huge run, but kind of not far off. If we do get a drop to like 210 or something in aluminum prices, you'll see a pullback in the stocks a bit, but that would be the spot where it would bounce.
Okay.
But it could bounce from here as well. So
Awesome. Awesome. Chegg.
what do you got on Chegg?
18. But man,
Yeah, so
this is
like
huge. It has a huge gap back. I mean, it was working its way, but it just kind of failed at the 20, right? Um,
yeah, yeah. I'm seeing what I can spot in the flow here.
30 is the real level for me.
Yeah, I mean there's the flow is bearish right now. But there are some leaps out to like 25 in October. I'll probably just take it off for
Yeah,
now,
if
which
they're
will
not,
probably mean
yeah.
it'll go up. It'll go up.
Chegg is the candidate to play this week. Back to
Yeah,
22 because we're gonna take
yeah,
it off. We're taking it off the hot list. All right, close.
right.
So for the ones that watch the video, voice chat knows Chegg. All right.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah.
sorry.
Clove is just I mean here it is, kind of heading back to some of those lows.
You
I don't know.
love
I'm
to
not.
see
I'm
it.
not. I'm not real optimistic on it right now.
Really?
Probably gonna take it off. Yeah.
Okay. I'm fine with taking it off, even though I got a perfect bounce off my TA level on Friday, which is 218.
Oh. I mean,
Uh,
people still know about it. You can still trade it.
yeah.
I'm just trimming the list a bit.
No, I'm with you. Yeah, this is not A plus, but this does have in the good environment. This does test back to the 250 level, no matter how
Yeah.
low. No matter how low it goes. It's kind of where we're at on that right now. Campbell's. I'm assuming, unless you got a strong flow,
Uh,
this is done.
yeah. We got the ER thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Sinclair.
Yeah.
Well,
We're
keep it.
gonna keep that. Yeah.
What do you see? Because I want to start playing this.
All right. So yeah. So
What was the dinosaur from? I can't believe I can't think of it from the Flintstones.
Dino.
Dino, yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Dino.
Yeah. Dino.
This is him. Yeah, Dino. No wonder I couldn't think of it. Same thing.
So this going to 60, I think. So I've got 715 60C. Just
Yeah.
does not let up.
I'm on my third. Well, I have my original line, so I guess I'm on my second edition line, and I put 48.8 last time, and I just put 53.
Yeah.
So this is me chasing. Jesus. That's what I'd like to see pull back too. It probably won't pull back below 55 though. To be honest with you, just a
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
brilliant find by the professor. Pat yourself on the back for that one. DraftKings, and I guess Penn kind of go hand in hand. They were both of them to me were doing what we wanted, and then pulled back with the market.
Yeah. My thoughts on these and the flow on them has not really changed despite what happened last week. So let me give you some numbers.
Yeah, the catalyst is just there. It's a long term. They just have the most potential for positive news since we're reopened. Like gaming's gonna do good. People like to gamble. Look at you fuckers here.
Um, yeah, and yeah, so a lot of bullish sold puts on it, and at 13,
Yeah, that's in
and
volume profile.
then I'm just seeing like a lot of open interest on like 20C in the fall, like October. So leaps to 30. They're still in it.
Yeah, I like them both from a both this and Penn. I like both where they're
Yeah.
at. The levels where they're at look safe to me. They have a floor below that you can kind of go off of. And again, they're like one of the few things that no matter what, they can have positive news. Like they can have, like the Belmont was this weekend, right? Was it Belmont? I think it was Belmont. Or yeah, one of them damn horse races. But they can drop that Tuesday. Like we made $5 million off that, and we only made $4 million last time. And then it's positive news, right? There's like anything they can drop news on that's good, um, from
Yeah.
sporting spectator, and you just don't get that in like semiconductors right now.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Even though it's stupid, worthless news, it's still from a positive perspective. So I like them both. If you're good with them both, still.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I'll, I guess we real. Do you have any numbers on Penn? I mean, it's 32 for me.
Oh, Penn. Yeah. Let me.
And we're at there. It's 32 was my line. We're still there at respect. Ooh, is this another really good TA? Hold on. Did we get 38.8 or 32.8? What did we get? 31.84. My bad, guys. I missed that by 24 cents.
All right. So
Let's see if that was tradable.
yeah, a lot of the flow was for weeklies that are clouding things up because those are already done. But yeah, I sold puts at 32, so
That's volume
looking for a
profile.
bounce there.
Yep. I
Yep.
love it. Love it. All right, where were we? DraftKings. What do you have on DNA?
Let's see. Well, we should keep it. It just has so much range that
Yeah.
definitely like that.
Yeah, 3 to 360 is kind of the channel, but you get better ads than 3, so I only have the 3 line right now.
Yeah, I've got 715, 3C, and then the typical huge leaps over 10.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's either like 250, 260, really 260 is like the strong support. Not strong in there's strong support there, strong in if it's showing upward momentum, that's where it will bounce off showing strength. And 2 would be the
Yeah.
weak spot right now. But 3 is the only line I have that it's kind of the rotating line of DNA. So,
Yeah.
is it good option side?
Yeah, I would just buy some time. I mean, a couple
Um,
months out.
do you play it option side or do you play share side or?
I have, yeah. So I've played. Usually, I'll just grab 3C on it, and like 3C 715 is like $30. So I'll just grab 5 of those,
Nice.
run them up.
I like that. That's my kind of option trade.
Yeah.
Another one you don't have a choice on. DNMR.
Yeah, I mean, just similar
Yep.
chart thesis flow to AMRS, and we're in a good spot.
Yeah. I still have the 4 line on it.
Yeah, love it under 4. That's a great spot to add.
These ones really just feel like you want to learn them. Like you really want to learn like 2 or 3 of these. Maybe even like follow the company a little bit on the news, because when the market does come back, whether it's September, December, or next August, it's 18 months away. Um, these are gonna push like from this level at least 100%, if not like 150%.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
So
mean, like
so you want to
DNMR, $9, $13,
yeah
like something like that. Yeah.
yeah. So you want to be in these when the market comes back and not just like forget about them totally. So if you can play them right now and just kind of learn their tendencies and levels, these are going to be the real winners in the long run, in my opinion.
They are. Yeah, they're not your penny pump and dump kind
They're
of
not.
things.
Well,
I
they're
mean,
not.
they'll
They're,
just sustained recovery, good companies that are going to last.
yeah. No, I mean even like with like a Fubo or something like that, right? Like these guys are more. They're just more of like a material product, right? Like they have stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like a service industry, so it's just like people need their stuff. They just got to execute. It's different than I call them DoorDash, all that shit. It's luxury. It's just
Right.
luxury, and some of these companies aren't luxury. They're a product, and those ones are just going to have maybe they won't 10x, but from these levels, they're going to do well.
Yeah.
All right, donut. Sorry about the rant.
No, it's good. Yeah, I don't have a reason to take D nut off. I just think it's in this range.
Isn't this one going to 20? Don't we have 20 on this, or is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Got 20 leaps.
Yeah. Very interested here what you got, because I want to revenge trade it. F cell.
Oh yeah.
Dumbass. I'm such a dumbass. I am such a dumbass sometimes. I didn't do it just to prove to everybody it happens to everybody either, but it happens to everybody.
Yeah. What happened? I think
I
missed
bought
that.
4s going into ER the day before.
Oh yeah.
And what have I been preaching to everybody? Everybody, wait for ER to happen. Buy the dip. And I didn't. I bought 4s. Oh, it gets worse, P. Gets worse. So then I sell for like $200 loss, like pretty much. I just get out, right? Just get out, and it comes
Yeah.
all the way back to where I bought, basically.
Oh wow.
I was so pissed. I mean, it failed from there, but it came. It failed, but it came back.
Yeah. I've got 4s on it. I think the EV chargers really need some positive market conditions to get going. So it could kind of fumble around for a bit.
Let's just take it off. I'm fine. It'll help my psyche anyway.
Yeah.
and the move I wanted technically happened. The ER flush. That's why it was on the list last week. It was for the ER flush.
Yeah.
And hoping they would talk a little bit about the Walmart stuff. And they really didn't. So, Fro.
Yeah. No, I definitely want to keep Fro.
I still have 10. That 1040 is flipping a rock.
Yes, that's a solid level.
We're not going to get the 740 again, I don't think. FSR?
Yeah, the flow's still there. I am just waiting to see what's gonna what's going to materialize here. I don't know if it's news or what, but it. I didn't just pick a EV at random. They're in that one. And I don't know. I'm not quite sure why, but yeah, like FSR. Wait and see on the market conditions, but that should be good.
I think anything below 850 is a great spot on the share side. Just because from there you can take it to 10 and be all right.
That's the yes. So the highest conviction aspect is the 10 test. So trade around that, but it could very well go to 11, 12 from there in the flow.
This stock is the one stock that I was like, all right, I'm messing with Professor, and it was right here because I bought it somewhere coming out of this ER, and when I usually sell this thing at 20 because I'd played it before. That was kind of the level. And when it got to 20, I asked him for a flow read, and he said, no, it's going to go 22, and then there's leaps to 25 or something. And this shit hit 22 in like 3 more days. And I was like, I got to start messing with this guy. He just got me 10% more.
Yeah.
So this stock, I love SSR, and especially at these levels. If you look into their stuff, they actually do have a decent product. Shout out to the Ocean 2. Fubo, keeping it?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Same deal. Yeah. Kind of a longer term play.
I think we just keep front.
Now we're under 3.
Yeah, just keep front loading it, and we'll take it off, and it'll go.
Yeah.
GVO.
Yeah. So alternative fuels and all that kind of stuff is looking really good, and GVO is the most. Well, it's the only one of them that's really like way over. Has a lot of buyers. So you
went digital, honestly.
They'll give you those 10. What's
you went a little digital there?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so it's gonna give you those 10 days.
Yeah, I like it here back to 350. It's more of a long term play for me though. This is a good example, and you can see it in the chart. There's one here. There's another one here. There's another one here. When it has downside, it sells off pretty quick. I think it's some shorts favorite play. Like you can see, let me go back to that one. Sorry. You see the big volumes on those days. It exceeds the normal volume. So I think it does get hit from that side a little bit. But the long term, the news catalyst is there. Again, another company that sells a product. So
yeah.
Halliburton.
Yeah, I think we're gonna catch a rebound on oil, and one that I like. I didn't put on the hot list. Is Devon, because it had a dividend flush, but you could play Hal and be just catch a similar move. I think oil's going to have some good, so keep that in mind. Keep an eye on oil futures, and we should be good.
Do you want this on the hot list though?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. It's better from the option side than the share side. It really is.
For sure. Yeah.
We haven't talked about this one in a while, but it had a good run Friday. HYMC.
Yeah. So what you get with this one is much more volatility than your typical gold.
went digital again, P. I like the 131. You flipping last 30 candles, it's touched 131 in one way, shape, or form. I think there was 4 or 5 candles in there I counted that didn't touch 131. So that's why I trade around. Um,
Yeah.
haven't been trading
Similar
it.
deal. 150 and
I haven't been trading it, but I need to keep trading it. IMAX.
yeah, my summer movie thesis still intact, I think.
Couple more.
So
Top
yeah, I'll
Guns.
keep that one.
Couple more Top Guns. Um, Nigeria. Don't really have a choice. I still have the. I'll go first since you're in and out. I still have the 650 level. Volume profile's 8. But the 12 is the long term thesis on this from the TA standpoint.
Yes, yeah, definitely keeping that. And I got 12. I got 14 for the fall.
This one for me kind of fits like the stocks that follow market conditions. And again, it goes down to people knowing about them. Someone wants to buy it, but not enough to really get this thing pushed. So when it got down below this level, it's kind of just staying on this line. Huge range, though. Huge range. And it's done it before. Kodak's kind of the same way.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking for the move. I mean, I'm looking for 20% or so. It's still in the flow. They always had, like I said, you buy time on this one, and July is probably when it's going to hit.
This thing's great from the share side. I have 460. It's totally tradable. It does have range off either side of that 460, but it's been consistent for since you've been on it. It's been very consistent level.
Yeah.
It's where the first break happened at when we got the run to 7, and after the ER dip, it's what confirmed first, and we've been running into higher lows. A higher low off 460 would be perfect. I don't expect that. We'll probably get something 440, 450s. But that's it just has nice range off that level. It's a great find.
Yeah, it's one of those. As far as the setup, I think that the thing to be aware of is if we get a kind of bad start to the week in the indices, which is kind of probable to me. These are going to dip maybe a little more than your TA setup might expect, but I mean that happens. But that's one of the things that flow is good for, is kind of see, are the whales staying in this? Are they buying more? So we lose 20 cents, not a big deal, and I think the setup will still be intact.
Yeah, and for me, instead of panicking and buying or trying to pick a bottom, I still stick with the same trade thesis and the same setup and the same idea. But now you have confirmation coming back to your level. Like you have time to buy in an uptrend, and buying in an uptrend is way better than buying in consolidation or buying in a downtrend trying to guess the bottom. So when you do get a 5 or 10 cent dip, now you have leadway to buy in an uptrend and not feel like you're FOMOing the trade. Like I could buy this if this drops to 450 and I buy it for 55, but it's just volume's just pouring in. I'm going with the flow of money, so I should be able to day trade it there with a percentage, and that's kind of what I look for when things go below a TA level. It's a good sign.
Absolutely.
It's a good sign.
Yeah. It's one of those things I was talking about with Tupac, like where you trust the work. Like I put the work in on Kodak. It's the trade's worked before. It doesn't, not a guarantee it's going to happen again, but I'm going to let the setup play out, and I have some conviction on it. So yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, even like when you're day trading, especially like guys that are day trade watching charts, right? Not just purely buying off levels. A green candle with a wick. Let me like here. I'll just find one like this. This is an hour chart, but just think of this as a 5 minute dip, right? This green candle with this wick down, when the it was offering the level on your support level, the candle was red. It wasn't green because this is the open price, the bottom right here. It dropped down red candle to the level and then regained it and closed up here green. That's why the candle's green, because the top is the close, the bottom's the open, which the red would be the opposite. It closed higher, it opened lower. Excuse me, it opened higher than it closed, so that would be red. But for you to buy, you're buying a red candle like 90% of the time. It's the only way you're getting the best entry. And you have to kind of understand that and trust that it's not really is the candle red or green. It's is it in a better position than the last one, or is it does it showing a higher low than the last one, a tighter range, and then is volume still coming in? But a lot of people like I think a lot of people just only buy green candles, and then it pulls back, and you're like, oh, I'm down, and that's you got to trust your level more than the color. Is what I want to say there because
Yeah,
it's huge. It's
yeah,
just huge. You're gonna buy a red candle like honestly 90% of the time you need to be buying the red candle for the best entry. Um,
yep,
cold
yeah.
kind of
We just
kind of
got
a
to stay on it.
kind of a no brainer. Um,
Yeah, it again, just you see any weakness at all in natural gas, that's it's
you digital on us again. Um, I like that. This is another try to get sub 20, or not really try to buy sub 20. Just try to follow it sub 20, and if the news comes in or the futures jump a little bit, definitely follow it during the day because it will trend up. This was some weird explosion news that I didn't really get why it did that, but it gave us an idea of how much it will move. And 17 to 24 in a day is damn near 50%. So
yeah.
um, LAC.
I'm gonna take lithium off for now, but
Okay,
definitely could come back to it.
I like it. Lucid.
Yeah, we should keep Lucid. Um, Again, we're just gonna kind of see what the market wants to do, but any kind of positive movement in the market, you're gonna get a really good day out of Lucid. There's flow there.
I like this level purely because this is where we won last time. Not saying we're going to get a run to 50 again, but the volume profile is 24 from the 17s. That's a huge
Yeah,
percent. It's a huge percentage. Um, and the news, right? Cult following. These guys, you just say anything good. We offered a new car color. We have self tinting windows or some shit like that. And
yeah,
this thing will fly because there is a cult that follows this thing. So good to have some of
yep.
those too. Lemonade.
Yeah, it's on my options watch list
I see.
that I put out. Just looking bullish back to 20 for sure. And we're just in the same setup as last time, so
Hopefully we can get
definitely like this one.
pops to buy this at 1780 and sell it at 2050.
Yeah.
M.
Yeah, M. I just keep M on there. I mean,
Okay.
there's nothing, but it's a reliable setup. So, and we're at the ad zone for it.
Okay. Momo. Interested in your take on this one because we pulled back to the 5 pretty quick.
Yeah. So, gonna go and take it off for now, but it is one of my one of my favorite ADRs lately. So we'll see what China wants to do, and we'll go from there.
Everyone at this point in this room, if you like took one thing from it, building an ADR list and an oil list and a metals and material list probably should have been it.
Yeah.
If you like to gamble a little bit, ADRs are where it's at. To be honest with you, because they're all cheap as hell. You can get a decent position, and if they run, they run.
Yeah, and the government's favorable for the moment on those.
Yes.
So
Matterport, back to the Malo tester.
yeah, this thing has buyers every day. So I'm very interested in the flow on it.
Keep it.
So we'll keep it. Yeah.
I like it. A total acquisition down here too. It's totally possible.
Yeah.
Invis.
What do they do?
They're the ones that, like, you know how you got like the not the 3D imaging, but like the pictures when you go to like a Zillow or something and you look at a house and you can like actually like go to room and spin around and stuff, and it shows like the actual
Minute
room.
reality kind of deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The actual rooms. Like, yeah. Like
Oh,
that,
okay. Yeah.
like that technology, whatever that is, they do that. Like the 360 spin cam and then put it together online type thing. Yeah, but none of it is like real time, right? It's all like pre-recorded stuff or
Yeah, composite images.
yeah,
Whatever.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's what they do. So like the metaverse link is there for their technology for some reason. Invis. Yeah, say it again, Pete.
And
One more time. Does not like where you are right now.
yeah.
I personally like this because I've been following LiDAR. And it was the only one that maintained the uptrend. And this one, it pulled back with the market the last few days, but it hasn't fell out of my zone. And the other ones have completely fell out of the zone. And my note still says there's something up with LiDAR. I just haven't.
So yeah, I don't know if I'm back or not.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Okay, so yeah, so this is what so LiDAR still is definitely something I'm interested in, and this is the best one in the flow. So I want to go.
If you have time, compare this one to the laser and the LiDAR and what's the other one? Just compare the charts, and it's very weird that the other ones, like, they were kind of all trending the same, and everyone else fell off a cliff but this one.
Yeah, laser has some major bearish flow on it, and MViz is not picking that up. So, so yeah, they diverged for sure.
Yeah, now there was like one of my notes up top on this one to talk about that LiDAR link, and we are kind of guessing, but there is some clarity with what he's saying with the flow and what I see in the chart.
Yeah,
LiDAR is huge for the driverless stuff. Whether it's
and I have history with having some monster days with MViz, so I'll stick with it.
Did you get that last one?
Yeah.
Because this was your call before. Like, all right, MViz, and then Nat.
Yeah, we should keep that. It's holding up really well.
Yeah, I agree. OPAD. I think you're killing
I'm a dump in real estate.
I thought so.
I'm out. Yeah.
Play.
Yeah. So this is probably the best restaurant setup. Although Wendy's is having a lot of flow for some reason. Something's going on with them, but just in terms of like a kind of conventional flow read, we should stay on play for sure.
I love it. We're just forming higher lows here. I still have 46. I think the flow has 50.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
yeah, I love it. Piton.
Yeah, I'm very interested in Piton leaps, which means I don't know when it's going to happen, but I mean, I might even go out to 2024 on the leaps, honestly. But there just isn't much more downside.
This is
They're going to get
becoming. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, they're going to get acquired, or they're
Sorry.
going to get some news or something.
Yeah, this is my Crocs of this cycle. Like this is just absurd, and they're gonna bounce back from it. I don't have a price target, but I definitely know that we're getting to where this is just a long term hold and put it away, whatever your risk tolerance is, especially under a $10 level.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking leaps, and I'll put it in a Robinhood or some brokerage that I don't even ever look at, and I'll just check it in 6 months and see where we're at.
Yeah,
Because yeah, it's absurd for it to be priced down here.
yeah, and if they got like, I mean, it's a big name, but if like Apple or somebody acquired them for some reason, just for the because they have like the tech side with the trainers, right? It's all virtual for that side. Like if something like that grabbed them, just so Apple could sell fitness on their iPhone, right, or iPad, um,
Yeah,
this thing would soar. I mean,
yeah.
it would go nuts. Um, perfect. Same thesis. Love it when we have the same thesis. Rad.
Yeah, it's holding on pretty nicely.
Yeah,
I got $8-9 in the flow on it.
just a good. It has good range for me down here. I mean, even if it stays in this level, I like the range it offers, and it's susceptible to getting good news. Everybody knows about this stock. Roblox.
Yeah. So this is another example. You could trade this one, or you could trade you, and it's kind of the same deal. They're just they're going to get hit harder on the red days, and they're going to fly faster on the green days, basically. And you're just going to see that over and over again. Um, the stock itself probably should be like $35 or something like that. That's kind of what the whales were anticipating on it. Definitely has to and just if things.
What number was that? Lost you again a little bit.
I've got 35 and
35.
40.
Okay. Yeah, 40 is my top end. Um, I ain't saying no name, but right here it was 18 or 28, and this 28's holding up pretty well. I got 27.30. It's been a solid line. Sorry, that was a little salty. That was a little salty.
Yeah.
But yeah, the longer it stays here, I think the better. So this is, I mean, I'm not in a hurry here, especially since you can play it back in an uptrend on the daily from 27, 26, 28 to 30, 31, and take a decent percentage out of it there, and then the long term outlook is great on it. So as long as Pac's still spending money, I'm going to stay interested in Roblox.
Yeah, and but you're not going to see a red day on QQQ and a green day on Roblox. It's just not going to happen. So it has to have some favorable or even like mediocre market conditions to have a good day.
Or a huge overreaction in the chart down to like the 26s, 25s.
Yeah,
That'll pull it.
yeah.
I mean, but then you're just coming back to the 28, so you're just playing that.
Right.
Again, I've been trying to stress that what P just said, and that's what you guys really need to like know is how the chart reacts to certain things and basic market conditions. You need to know if the chart does its own thing or if it just goes with QQQ if it's tech. Like it's real easy. Um, and figure that out because that's what's going to make it successful. Because as soon as you figure out the little quirks of it um, and play off levels, your trades will improve dramatically.
Well, here's an example. For me, like I do play Tesla sometimes. It's just been kind of easy lately, and the options are cheap enough on it now that I can do this. But anyway, like so Tesla was running. I think that was like Thursday, and I was looking for it to test 760 was kind of where I planned to get out. But then I saw like as it was on an uptrend, I saw Spy just collapse, and it was at like 750 at that time, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna get out now because I knew that Tesla was not gonna run independent of Spy. Like they're just too closely linked. And it got up to like 760 or something like that, but then I mean just instantly cratered down to 740, and I would rather get out on the way up than really try to risk it while the indices are falling. So that's why I keep an eye on them. I'm much more interested in the indices as a kind of barometer for my plays than I am on catching their 0.2% moves for scalps or something like that. So that's why I do always keep an eye on those.
Sure, I appreciate that. Next, Rent-A-Center.
Um, I'm gonna go and take it off.
Perfect.
Didn't really give me what I was wanted.
Rivian.
Yeah, I'll keep it this one. I personal preference over Lucid just for trading.
Oh,
I just
really?
know it better.
Nice, nice,
Yeah,
nice. Root.
yeah, keeping it for the same reasons I'm keeping Lemonade.
Okay,
This is your penny stock Lemonade if you want one.
I like it. Run.
Yeah, still like Solar. This is the one that is kind of the end phase is options only for me. Run is both shares and options.
I like it. SVIX. We gotta play that. We gotta keep that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think this ER aftermath is compelling to me. So yeah.
Shop.
Um, Gonna be really active to the split. On a hot list, that would make it. I'm actually really bearish on it right now, so
Same.
I don't usually keep the downside plays. But you'll see shop. You'll see me playing shop, and you'll see it in my notes. So
All right,
keep an eye on that.
all right. Stem.
Um, I'll trim it for now. I'm not seeing much more flow on it.
Real quick on shop. I'm looking for 300. Just everyone, yeah. I just want to say that out loud.
Yeah,
300.
which after the split would be what, $30?
Yeah,
Is it a
yeah.
10?
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
yep, yep.
yep.
STNG.
Yeah, tankers, love it.
Yep, yep. Tell.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Tell off. I still might be trading it, but we have enough oil, I think.
Okay. Um, Top.
This hey, I didn't really have a chance. I cut out on the road. What was your take on Tup and the bounce it had? Did you get in it or?
No, I haven't played it yet. I'm just looking for confirmation off of this level still. I mean, when we had a week more of it, it really didn't react to the market. But no, I haven't played it yet. I,
I'm still really interested in it.
yeah, no, 100%.
I I mean just to have such a like a violent sell off and then just kind of just
We're
sort of chill for a bit.
we're
Um,
holding so well 6. I mean, it's tradable, but it's not the best. Like these aren't the best. Yeah, it's like 30 cents. Like if they're 5% candles, but the farther we get away from 7, which is the only line I have, I think the better we are to trade it. Right? Like I'd love a 550 to 7 range here.
Yeah, and it's a boring consumer defensive product. That sector, as a whole, is looking pretty good into this week. So
But I mean, it has range back to like, I mean, 14.
yeah, no, right, right. And the whales have kind of just sort of nibbled on it. I mean, I'm waiting for. I don't know the point at which they'll get excited to buy this, but it has so much upside compared to the downside. We should keep it.
Yeah, it seems like I don't know. I mean, it did it in COVID too. That's one way to look at it. Like
Yeah,
we're not that low, but we're low, and it came back to 35, and I'm just asking for 14. I mean,
right, right.
for good, same page there. Upstart.
Yeah, so same kind of thesis as a firm. You just kind of learn either one. It's struggling for sure. So um,
We're gonna test this 32, 33 range, I think.
I think so too. And then you looking back to 40, eventually back to 50. So day trades only on Upstart for me, but the day trades on are very good.
I'm gonna go a little out of the limb on this too, because I've been following this to kind of help someone out in DMs a little bit, and I think this has a horrible start to the week, and it'll have a good Thursday, Friday, but we can't like add stuff Thursday, Friday to the hot list, so
Yeah,
it just ride that out. I could be wrong, but that's just my you always want to
I,
try to predict it, and that's my prediction for the stock this week.
well, that the flow flows a little Friday buyers. So yeah,
Yeah, I just think it continues and then it'll bounce. So just pick a spot. I got 32, 85, whatever you got. If you're a little lower, a little higher. Um, yeah, workhorse.
yeah.
No, you got to say that one again. Ooh.
Good results with workhorse, and I think it's a little over. Might not have the best start to the week, but I just kind of want to go on your TA because the flow on it is always longer term and really like $4 or $5. So I don't
I,
know what your
I have
TA is.
I got the 3 and the 4 is the channel, but this thing stays below 3 if market conditions aren't favorable. Um,
Yeah,
if you get like the energy run, it doesn't matter if it's solar, chargers, or whatever. This thing kind of goes with it because it's in that arena or that side, right? But yeah,
yeah,
it's
and
coming.
if we ever get the post office news, I mean that all bets are off. I don't care what the market's doing. That thing's gonna go 100% or something.
It's
But
probably gonna
uh,
3x from here. The other 3x from
yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so we'll keep it. We'll keep it on the radar. I have another one that's kind of similar um, in my list as well. So X.
Yeah. So I got my part of my sector notes up, and I am just gonna kind of wait and see on steel. Um, but there's gonna be a really nice uptrend on the steel stocks, and X is sort of my pick for that. But it's just hard to say when that's going to get going. Might be next month.
Do you want to keep it right now or kill it?
Well, no, it's kind of a Hall of Famer for me.
Okay.
So
Yeah. No, it's in my.
yeah,
It was in my notes too because it made it back into the channel, which means you can trade it for. Well, I can trade it again. Um, this is a great. The low 20s are great. It might go to the 18, but I don't think you're going any lower than that. Um, Yelp.
um, Nah, I'll take it off for now.
Okay. I just went. I don't feel like I'm missing some of these hot list plays because I don't. Isn't Groupon on the hot list?
Yeah, Groupon was. I'm gonna keep Groupon.
Oh, yeah, Groupon. GRP. I don't know how I missed that one. I flew over it. No, it's not on there. All right. All right. And that's about it. Unless, did you see anything else I missed? Check yours real quick.
That was it.
Okay. All right. Let's get into the ones I got. We talked about a few of them. So let me mark them off real quick. X is on the hot list. Play and Piton are on the hot list. Matterport we kept on the hot list. The FRM and Pros are on the hot list. All right. XL. I don't know if this one has flow read. I think it has flow read. Yeah, it does. I only remember to do that about half the time. I do apologize. Sometimes like that's a great chart. Sometimes like that's an all right chart. Do they got options?
Yeah. See here.
This reminds me a lot of Workhorse. YP's looking. This reminds me a lot of the Workhorse though. Like it responds more to the market conditions. And it had a nice little move here to the $1.50 level, $1.60 level, pulling back to the 130 range, which I have as the key level support. That in itself is a playable range for me, especially if we have 150 or $2 calls.
I do have I have $2 calls for leaps. So like January, not a lot of hard on a flow read.
Okay. I'll note that. That's fine. That's perfect. Wastewater. That you remember that one? Another. I think this is a bottom play too. Yeah. The WWR.
Oh yeah. This one does definitely show up in my arena sometimes. So I do get sold puts at 1 and some leaps to 2.
I have the $1.60 line, and then this one has been
Fall.
really strong. The dollar level is super strong. It seems like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on this week if you're okay.
Yeah. No, I like it. Yeah. Let's do it.
It seems like it could have a run. Have you looked at Weber before?
I have like around usually around some of the like the earnings flushes and things. Hasn't popped up on my filters in a while.
If you don't have like flow to 10, we can stay off of it. But if you do, it's kind of just established this nice slow uptrend. Which if we would have played the ER flush, we would have been great. But we didn't, so we're looking for flow to 10 here off a level that looks confirmed because it's kind of it's kind of gappy to 10 from here.
Yeah. The crazy IV on the 10C on this. That's crazy. 146%. Wow. Let me see. So yeah, I do have 10. I got July 10C. Stands out.
Enough to put it on?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's do it. No 10C. Don't even have to chart this one. This is just a conversation. UEC.
Yeah. So uranium is definitely on my radar this week. And what I'm waiting for on uranium for some European to throw in the towel on. Country or something. Probably the options. CCJ is your option. Let's go ahead. I'm with it.
You were digital the whole time, Pete.
Oh, dang. All right. Yes. Short version, uranium has some nice potential into July.
And which one do you like? You said you like CCJ better than the UUU UEC?
No, I like CCJ as for pure options. I like UEC is my favorite combo play. So let's put UEC on there.
Okay. And from a TA standpoint, UUU is the best right now.
Oh, nice.
It's on that 434 line, which is 430, excuse me, 635, 634 line. Um, and then it has the range to $8. So I like that one a lot. But yeah, they're all playable. We'll just keep one. Everyone should have or know a uranium play right now. If you don't, you're stuck with UEC.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding here. It fits a theme too. Solo.
Nice.
It fits the theme of those EVs that are like $1, $2, right? And it has range off of this really good support it's built.
Yeah, so solo has leaps to 2 is what
And that's where my TA line is the two. If you could see this had like I had this on the short list last week, and it came off the line well, but then it went with them again another stock that goes probably just a sector. Let's be honest, EV in general. Look at Tesla. Tesla has some bad days.
yeah.
Um, it just but this level is again if you're buying at or below this level over the last 4 weeks, you are doing okay. I mean, it's only 15-20 cents, but that's 10 to 15%. Um, if you get the good dip by it could be a little more. So I like this one. My only concern would be, do we have too many on there? Should I keep this in notes? Is if the flow isn't strong enough? How do you feel about that?
Well, we don't have too many EV plays, so I'm fine with solo being on there.
Okay, let's throw it on there so people get familiar with it. Because it's again, I like, and I don't know if people pick it up, but I legit try to find stuff that is priced like options, so you can
Yeah,
play it the same. Like you're not trying to buy AMD shares, right? Or Square even. I mean, Square, you got to put 8K in to get 100 shares. That's not
yeah,
everybody. I understand that. But to get 100 shares here, it's $144. If you're not happy with
yep,
taking your 20, $30, this ain't for you. It's just not for
right.
you. All right, enough of that rant. Shaq.
uh, no, I'll take it off. I
Okay.
plays got us covered for restaurants. I think.
Okay. It wasn't in. It's in the channel, so I had to ask if you've seen anything. Um, we
Yeah,
haven't had it
nothing.
on. Okay. SDIG. You looked at this one at all?
That's the beaten down crypto miner.
Yeah, with a psychological level volume profile out the ass. Every one, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kind of higher low forming here, and we're on volume profile.
I'm definitely down to watch it because I want to see how the crypto stocks react to that crash this weekend. But
Yeah, yeah.
I,
This this is definitely one like it's not really. It's more of like an attention because I'm with you. Like we might need 3 more weeks before crypto does, but I think this guy has less overhead than Amara, Riot, or Hut. So
Yes.
when they get moving, they're going to move a little more cleaner and a little more farther because they don't have people that are fucking holding the bag.
Right. No, yeah, absolutely. So
Okay.
I'm with you on that.
All right,
Yeah.
so be mindful of this one. It's an American company as well, and they're kind of new. No one knows about them, so they should get the good pump on that side. Um, Sand,
Yeah, I actually almost put that on there.
it's right on. I
Just
got five. Excuse me, 654 was our line before, with it backed up to 8, um, and we're
it
right
has,
there.
yeah, it has flow to 8.
Let's put it on, Pete. There's
Okay.
it's
Yep.
perfect example of rinse and repeat plays, and you just chart your levels, and when your levels arrive, you start following those plays again. You just bring them back into rotation. Um, Again, just waiting for confirmation here, and then the flow read. So this is, I don't remember when Professor started playing this, but it was some time ago.
Yeah.
Rig, we're right on 438.
Yeah. So rig is getting quite a bit of flow every day, and definitely has some potential, I think. So yeah, I'm down with it.
Okay, it just went. It was going, and then it went with the market.
Yeah.
Is what happened, in my opinion. Roblox, we got. Where you at on Neo right now? I think we got through ER, right? Didn't we just get through ER? Yeah,
Yeah, we did. So
18.
Neo in that consumer cyclical mid cap, Neo kind of dominates there. So if you trade Neo, if you know it, like there's definitely going to be some nice range on it, and should go back up. Uh, things get
Yeah, we're sitting on 18. I mean, it's a little thick to 20, but it's 32 after that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Um, let's just. I guess I like to just mention it. It's probably good enough on that one.
Yeah.
Are you seeing anything on GGPI? It finally broke 10.
No, I keep looking, but no, I don't have anything in particular in the flow on it.
It ain't going much lower than this. I'm gonna tell you that. It's
Yeah.
not. I'm negative in this position, but I think I'm gonna add again. I mean, I'm waiting for a reason to add again, but I think I'm just gonna add again. Um, I might like 10. My average is like 1030s, so I'm not. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
horribly down, but still, I'm on the negative side right now. But I, yeah, I don't know why. When is the last S pack you know that converted? Right? That converted
Right.
over.
Right.
It's been a while, so there's something to that that I don't know. Um,
Yeah.
EXK Silver General. We don't really get into that.
Uh, yeah. No, I mean silver's good. It's got a nice outlook. I actually almost hot listed it. This would probably be the one to get, this or AG. So if we want to put one on there, I'm good with EXK.
Okay. EXK. I like them all. I'll repost my list, and I'll probably add one to my notes as well, um,
Yeah.
for the week, just so we have an extra one that way. Fun stuff now. Where are you at on DWAC?
Oh yeah. Starting to see some buyers on it. Just really interesting that the chart just kind of stalled where it is.
Yeah, it's a little higher
Yeah.
than I thought. I thought like 35. This would
Right.
happen, and I also thought it would do it for like a week, and then or maybe 2 weeks, and then fail. And we're 3.5 weeks in here.
Yeah.
So it's pretty funny to me at this point in time. This is gonna go one direction, um, and it's more likely to go up than down. Um, what I thought, and I definitely want to get it out there, is if Elon like gets pissed at Twitter and makes any reference to this piece of shit, it's it's
Yeah.
it's back to 90
Yeah.
in a heartbeat. So there's that. Yeah, just interesting. More of a keep an eye on, especially with the moves it's had before. This thing moves dollar amounts. Like if you catch this thing at 45, 46 when it gets going, you're getting a $10 move.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it doesn't stop. Um, that's about it for me. I have some ER plays. I don't know why I'm mulling on there. Kroger, DIDCENN had ER, and then UEC. But I've been
Y-
kind of. Go ahead.
yeah, I would definitely watch Kroger and ACI this week, and there's a lot of potential there.
But yeah, I'm still in the, and we can just alert them or tell people the day before. I'm still on the play the flush side of those. Um, you're just better off.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, grocery stores. We've seen it all over the place. Have a lot of potential for a bad ER reaction right now. Just with our inflation, like there was a time when inflation was like good for them. It's like, oh, our prices, our profits are up, whatever. But they're starting to get the complications economically from that. And the one who botched it the worst was Target, but Kroger could be bad too.
Yeah, I didn't mean them specifically. I just meant ERs in general.
Yeah, yeah,
I think we have Oracle and Adobe this week too. There's some. We're definitely winding down a little bit, but
yeah. Oracle is in particular very tough to play through earnings because even if they're good, they'll pop up 3% and give it back.
yeah,
It's just not worth it.
yeah, and it's just, at this point the ratio of flushes and coming backs is just so high. You are foolish to play it any other way.
Yeah.
F cell. I'm so bitter still about that. Stupid. All right, that's about all I got. You want to talk shop a little bit or call it good? Either way, I'm good. We are at the 2 hour mark, so whatever you're comfortable
Yeah,
with.
I'll probably just call it good.
Perfect.
I got to run for a
Perfect.
bit, but so I will have some more sector notes up. I'll get this hot list all squared away later this afternoon, and keep an eye on futures. Probably going to be bad to start, so we'll see. But yeah, everybody take care.
Yeah, I'm sure you're on the same. Expect a little continuation from Friday into Monday, even if it's only a half a day. Um,
Yeah,
so be mindful of that. Just play your levels. Be safe early on in the week, and don't try to time the turn, but be ready for the turn towards the middle of the week. Um, I'm doing nightly charting. I know it's late for a little bit of you guys because it usually is about 8 o'clock my time, 7:38 my time. But I'm in voice chat here, just rolling through charts. So if you all want to just talk shop or come in and ask about a chart, I know Pops has been doing it, but anyone else can do it too. Just kind of trying to open that up a little more. Tupac's doing it on Tuesdays. Professor has his stuff morning stream and afternoon. So there's plenty of content out there. Ask questions. We'll definitely ask them through this one of those platforms for sure. So thank you everybody.
yeah. I'll be back on streams this week, so definitely.
Yeah, we missed those, man. Those were too
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I'm back home, so we're all good.
Awesome. Well, appreciate you, Professor. Thank you very much. Everyone have a good day.
Yep. See you.